Hey, Flo here, taking you on another adventure today. It's been actually quite a while since I've been out. I should have been out yesterday because it was super nice, but I just couldn't motivate, slept in. It's a fairly nice day today too. I mean, it's super cold, but it's not supposed to rain today. Of course, you know how that goes if you've been watching my videos. The weather forecast isn't very credible, but let's hope for the best. So this isn't my intended destination today. I just saw it as I was driving down the road and figured I'd give it a look. I think it is a point on my map though, so it's just a boulder that I marked, but it's not where I was intending to go. I had more like a crater that I'm trying to get to today, but I saw this as pretty big and just decided to give it a look. So let's assign some numbers. I think it's 1318 if I'm not mistaken. So I'll just do the hybrid approach where speaking of an hybrid annoyance, doesn't really have anything to do with hybrid, but I just don't like having to deal with these gloves that, I don't know, they're supposed to be like the kind that works on phone screens, but they're not being very effective lately. Okay, so yeah, interesting. So this might actually go up over to my right and get higher even, because I don't have this spot marked, but I have some spots beyond this marked, so we'll see. So I'm going to call this 1318C. And let's get a picture down here somewhere in these rocks. So I'm all over the board. I have no agenda today as far as what to talk about, but as things come to mind, I'll mention them. So the last awesome hike that I did with my friend, I shot in HDR mode on my camera. It's mainly because I watched a couple videos. I started to have doubts in my own mind about which mode of my Insta360 1R is going to get me the best results. Whoa, that rock is moving. I've been shooting in log for quite a while and manually color grading it, which has proven to be very difficult. It's really hard to get a color grade that works kind of universally, which is sort of what I'm trying to create, but I actually have one that's pretty good. I just need to keep working on it. Interesting holes, and oh, there's a nice big crack back there. So yeah, I'm working on the log color grading. I'm using various software like DaVinci Resolve and Affinity Photo. Those are the main two that I'm using, but I kind of go in between different software just to get color grades. Basically, I'm producing LUTs, color lookup tables that I can use to convert from log color to just a pleasing look. Oh wow, there's quite a hole back there, but I don't think I'm going to go down there. I got a decent shot of it already. I need to take a few reference photos while I'm out here, because that would help me when I'm trying to do the color grade, because sometimes I just can't figure out what color some of this stuff should be. Like these rocks are always a little bit baffling. Like, are they neutral gray, or are they kind of a green color, or are they a little bit purple? I mean, it's hard to even define what color they are. But I'm going to take a reference photo here just so I can use it when I'm color grading. I'm going to try to remember to do that more often. Problem is, my phone is not necessarily perfectly accurate either, so... But at least it gives me kind of a reference point, like something to compare against. All right. I don't have to be quite as careful today as like a few hikes ago where it was super slippery. Like, at least right here, I'm feeling pretty confident and pretty safe. Okay, let's mark this one. I'm going to call this B1318D. I guess I'm nowhere near those other points that I marked. They're quite a ways back there. I don't know if I'm going to explore that far, but maybe. I don't want to spend a ton of time here, though. Anyway, so that last hike that I did before this one, the awesome view on top of the mountain, view of all the other mountains and the ranger tower and all that stuff, I shot that in HDR. Actually, I started shooting that in log mode like I normally would, or like I have been lately, I guess, and just started to get this sinking feeling that I need to experiment with the different modes again in real situations. Like, I did some testing at home between the different modes. Kind of determined that I liked what I could do with manually color grading stuff, but I don't know, I need to get more footage out on hikes or on location so I can compare more accurately. Oh. So I'm not sure how far I have to go back to find that point on the map. I'll just keep looking at my phone every once in a while. I'm going to call this B1318E. Now, the trees out here have a very particular color today, and it's partially because of the overcast conditions. But what? I don't know what just happened. That was weird. Am I still recording? I think so. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. I think, anyway, for some reason my camera made a beep and I wasn't sure what that was. As you can see, I have a hatchet on my chest. That's primarily because I forgot to bring my knife today, which I like to have something just in case, some wild animal comes near. At least I have some way to kind of defend myself. And I forgot my knife, so I have this hatchet in the car just in case I need to cut away small trees that have fallen over the road. I also have a hand saw. Just little things, because I've gone on these really long drives out in the middle of nowhere, and It's just like one small tree in the road, and it's like, oh, I can't keep going. It's just because of that stupid little tree. So I've had that happen a couple times, so I bought a hatchet and a saw just for those weird situations. Rare situations. Oof. Anyway, this will be my weapon in case I encounter a wild animal. Which is very unlikely. Okay, there's a cool boulder over there that I'll head to, but I'll see these right here. Visit these real quick. I'm once again in an area that is basically a lava flow that's kind of old and now covered with vegetation. Airplane up there somewhere. Small aircraft. It's above. Oh no, I see it. Never mind. I was gonna say it's above the clouds, but I just saw it. You probably saw it in the video before I did. Alright, so this stuff is pretty cool. Check out this ramp. It's like angled slightly. It's very, very unique. That's probably taller than I am. If I was standing down there, this rock here would be above my head quite a bit. Okay, so let's call this B1318F, I think is the next letter. I know I skipped A and B, but oh man, there's a bunch of stuff here. I don't know how much of it I'm going to explore though. This is a good sampling of this stuff here. I don't think I'm going to go down further. There was more if I went that way farther. Keep interrupting myself. I was talking about the HDR. So I watched a couple videos of people's opinions on which of the 3 modes, actually 4 modes of shooting on Insta360 cameras they thought was best, and each one has pros and cons. I watched one guy, I can't remember his name, but he came to the conclusion that in most situations he prefers either standard color profile or HDR, but he did not like the log shooting mode, and mainly he talked about it being super noisy and stuff. Like there's a lot of noise, but I don't know. Today I'm shooting in log again. I haven't even looked at the footage yet from that previous hike, so I don't even have any basis of comparison at this point. Man, there's a ton of rocks here. This is kind of a high point here. I'm curious if I'm to the points where I marked on my map yet, so let me check that real quick. Also going to get a color reference shot here. Whew, not quite yet. Let's call this B1318G. Okay. I'm going to get a color reference shot of these rocks here because they're quite green, and sometimes when I'm color correcting I think the rock should look neutral gray. This will help me remember that that's not always the case. I want to come up with like a perfect color grade that I can just use on all the footage. Some cool, really thick lichen or whatever this is, fungus or something. It's really sticking out far. So these rocks are quite green in reality. So I don't want to make these look neutral gray, that's for sure. And some of them are kind of, this one right here is kind of brownish or I don't know how to describe that color, honestly. That's another thing, like, there's certain colors that I can't even figure out what their components are, like their RGB values and stuff. They're just weird colors. I keep getting these colors in my videos that are like kind of orange, dark orange, brownish. I don't know what it is. A lot of weird lava shapes up here. I could explore this forever, really, but I'm going to set a limit to how much I do here. Call this B1318H. Another thing I wanted to mention is probably obvious for anyone that's really closely watching. I don't know who would be, but so this is my shock mount on my right shoulder or chest area here. This is what I had been using. So I got this clip, which is pretty cool. It's like a GoPro mount type thing for my microphone, so I can take it off a lot easier. I don't know if it picks up any vibrations from my shirt. I hope not. I haven't actually looked at the audio from the device since I made that switch. Just kind of silly of me. I should have done that so I know if it's working or not. This is an interesting burnt tree stump type thing. Let's see. I think this is the direction I'm going to go, and I'm probably not going to go too much farther on this ridge. There was this weird rock, I think it's right down here, that I wanted to see. And then after that, I don't know. I think it's right here. Got a huge crack. Need to step over. Another huge crack over there. Wow, this is cool. Very interesting shapes. There's a massive crack between those. Okay, I'm going to call this B1318A. Not sure if that's where I put the mark, but I'm going to move it if I didn't put it here, because this is a logical place for it. And I'll probably go down there and mark that one down there, and that'll probably be it, even though there's quite a bit more here to see. Oh, it is where I marked it. Cool. Very lucky. It's the 29th today, by the way, November 29th. What? I'll probably do several adventures today. Just depends on how much time I have, if it rains, various little variables. Okay. So B1318A up here. Gotten a few comments on YouTube, people dropping by saying hi. One guy was, sorry I don't remember your name right now. I need a better way to have notes. Almost need a teleprompter, but you can't really do that when you're doing on the fly live recordings like this. But one guy was concerned for my safety, just being out here alone, which is, I appreciate that, understand the concern. Got some interesting ice crystals here. Not sure if they'll show up. And the side of this thing, man, that's some serious detail. It's kind of a golden yellow, like a, almost orange, but I was trying to describe the color of some of those rocks in there so that when I do a color grade, I can hopefully get that accurate. But yeah, thanks for everybody that leaves comments. I appreciate it. Feedback and interaction is a big part of, you know, what I'm hoping to find on YouTube or DOVR or wherever I post, really. One of these days I might actually get back into live streaming. I don't know. We'll see. That's a totally different thing, though. Like, my live streaming is very different than these videos, because when I live stream, I do a lot of different content, not just hiking stuff. But that's my kind of creative outlet, and I feel like I should get back into that just for my maybe mental well-being or just stimulating my brain. Okay. Whoa. Wow. That is a big hole back there. I feel like there could be an animal in there. I don't know how far back it goes. Definitely something could live in there. I could actually climb in there if I wanted to, but I don't want to. That is a big hole. Big enough for a cougar for sure. A bear might even be able to fit in there. Alright, so I'm going to come over here and look at these rocks. Kind of interesting. And I think I'm done here, probably. These are weird. Very weird shapes. See if I can get on top of these, and then that'll probably be it for this one. Unless I see something just behind there that's really cool. I think this will be it. I might see more stuff, but I want to limit it to just kind of the cooler stuff for now, because I don't want to spend all day here. I have some other places I want to get to. It's going to be hard to climb with this tree branch in the way. I might just sort of halfway get to the top. Not all the way. Wow, that cave looks quite apparent from over here. So I'm going to call this B1318B. Let me see if I can get a better angle of this, though, because I want to show that weird stuff on the front if I can get that angle. Okay, maybe right here. Okay, that should work. Whoa, that rock on the top is not connected at all. Okay, that's funny. All right, I think that's it for this adventure. I'll be back soon because I have several places I want to go to. But yeah, this is worth the stop. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I will see you guys in a bit. Thanks for joining me